Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Alan Wake 2 as we continue our exploration of the subway. And here's hoping, ladies and gentlemen, that this is the episode in which we'll finally be done with this God's forsaken subway. But we have learned of a few different interesting parallel plot threads,
My
among
path was
which
blocked.
was
I
the
had to find
presence
a way
of
through.
a cult.
The lights would help me.
Yeah, we'll snag this light here in a second. But one of the things that we've written is about a cult here in the subway that would perform blood sacrifices, very cheery stuff, you know. But it's all in the interest of us being able to move forward. There's also the storyline of Alex Casey, who bears some similarities not only to Casey from the other parallel storyline, but also Saga Anderson herself. That sort of story of investigation and how it may have ended in tragedy. There's a few different narrative irons in the fire, you might say. So, actually, you know what we'll do? Let's go ahead and quick save one more time so we don't, if we die, we won't have to reacquire that light again. And let's see where we can go now. Right up there, I suppose, to open up this gate for us. Okay, we'll snag that. All right, now we're on the other side. I've also realized, just sort of as I've been preparing, that I need to be using the map a bit more. So, like, seeing here the different points of interest, like these question mark, areas, but also I'm guessing these are specific items, these squares. So, before I leave an area, I really should be kind of vetting all of this stuff. It's not always crystal clear as to where it is on the map, just given how I have to add and subtract lights. Like, for example, here. Hard to see where exactly I am. Like, what I need is... Oh, I'm right over here. My location right here. Yeah. So this is where I was before, at the abandoned station. And a couple of the light shifts there. Anyway, just thought I would mention that I do need to be checking and kind of adding to our regular rotation of how we progress. All right, well, okay, that doesn't really help me, does it? That's still right there. Now, how would I get through? Or do I need to go and find myself another light? I am a bit confused. Huh. Is there a light on this side that I can put on? No, I mean, it really looks like this is the only way to do it. I've got to put it here. Maybe I could snag it here. Okay, I'm on the other side. Right, so now I'm coming round the corner. And I can't open the gate here. So my only recourse is to throw it up there. But that doesn't open anything directly in front of me. Now, there are some stairs over there. Are those accessible from a different area? Oh, it does look like that might be the case, actually. So I'm wondering if what needs to happen is I backtrack. And take this. Is there a second light I could put this in? Huh. I am a bit flummoxed here. So, okay, now that I'm on this side, what if... Oh. So, okay, that's very disorienting. So that's where I was just now. It just wrapped around without me being aware of it, spatially. Okay. That is trippy. This is very trippy. Alright. Well, let's check our map real quick again, just in case there's stuff we want to check out. There's stuff off to the left. And to the right, I assume that they're on equal... They're equally accessible to us, but I don't know. Alright, this seems like a bad idea. Oh, it's just water. Oh, yikes. Oh, there's a word of power up there. Oh, I got attacked. I thought I wouldn't get attacked by these guys. I guess so. Oh, yikes. Okay. So I'm wondering, I mean, I know... Okay, so apparently there's multiple types of shadows, right? And some of them are hostile and some of them are not. It's just very tough in some situations to tell... Well, I guess what's happening is that maybe they're mixing them together. We're back here again, are we? Oh, good. We get to do this again. And then we go in here. Throw that up there. And then we come on this side. And then we run ourselves over here, back to the main area where I'm at. And then from here, I run back. And we're through again. So, okay, coming back over here. I know what to look for now. Is that a hostile one? Oh, there he is. I'm gonna retreat up the stairs real quick if I can. Come on. There we are. Alright, can I go past these guys now? Let's reload real quick while we're thinking about it. I think that's good. Alright, words of lamp. I love lamp. Alright, that's probably it, I'm guessing, if I were to check the map. Yeah, so now we could just head back over here. We may as well heal up while we're at it, right? Just to, make sure we're being smart about this. We'll use a trauma pad. There we are. Alright. We're happy, healthy, and loving life. Okay, I have a light for some unknown purpose. Is this one of the hostile ones? Can't tell if they're holding a weapon or not. Alright, well, we may as well just walk around and explore. Oh, okay. Look up there, look up there. Look down here. Okay. Oh, nice. Let's snag this word of power. Word of gun. Okay, we turned on a streetcar named Desire. Let's go ahead. Look, it's neat that we can get rid of these shades just with our regular old flashlight, you know? Okay, maybe we do need this after all. I don't know. Because it doesn't look like taking this light allows us to get inside the subway car.
Alan, wake.
Alright, pardon me real quick.
Wake.
End of the
echo
line.
all has a
Oh,
story to
neat.
tell.
Okay. Well, let's check the lockers first. Usually there's a couple good items for us to snag. Although I will say, with my inexperience in using the handgun, I've just been pretty much using the flashlight so far. But now that I realize I've got a little bit more flexibility to use the handgun, we have a ton of ammo, which is a good problem to have. And we're not likely to run out anytime soon. All right, any other secrets here that I'm missing? Oh, that's not where I am. That's where I was. Now I'm over here. Okay. So I need to come back over here to this inaccessible area, right? Scene end of the line. All right. Well, let's posture ourselves here in the middle. Maybe we'll be able to see what's going on a little bit better if we're right here. So let's go ahead and
I have a new
switch
idea,
it out.
A new story thread.
Beautiful. Okay, abandoned station. The cult's madness is revealed here. This is where the cult waited for the time to strike. So I guess let's get that
The
front and center.
hallway into the murder cult's hideout.
All right, is there any useful information that I can get from here? There's all my books. Alan Wake, The Sudden Stop. Alex Casey. There's my written word.
The cultists were close now. A dark presence rising from the depths.
The Rider, Not of the Last. The Shadow Cast. Third Eye, Project the Night. This is your time when you're gone. Rider, The First Word, Not the Last, and the Shadow Eye Open. This is your time. Ritual friends will meet. Not the Rider, The Light, Shadow. To right, to lead, will meet. So it's like they're selectively redacting my book to create like a summoning ritual, right? To make it say exactly what they want it to say. So what is open to us now, if anything? Okay. Do I need to change? Well, actually, let's check out our words of power real quick while I'm thinking about it. So words of war. I'm going to hang on to that one. Words of Lamp restores health when using flashlight boost. Let's go ahead and... I'm thinking just max that out. Because I'll probably use my flashlight boost pretty often when I'm low in health. Because sometimes they'll get like a pretty good hit in on me. Words of Gun. 5% chance not to consume ammo when firing revolver. Increases knockback force of shotgun or flare guns... projectile. I think I'm going to save this one as well, because I'm inclined to go shotgun. But obviously we don't have it yet. So, I gotta get a feel for how it will work. I guess we'll go ahead and just switch it up and see what changes, right? May as well. So maybe we'll do the FBI agent. Ooh. That's awfully grim. Alright. It's definitely changed. Okay, there's more lore maybe to pick up in here. Yeah, that's That's Casey, I think. Huh. What does that mean? So I'm assuming he was spying on the ritual from out here, right? But then maybe got caught? Is that a fair assessment of what that audio recording might mean? Let's see if anything else has changed around here. It doesn't seem like a whole lot changes other than the stuff immediately surrounding where I'm at. Like, I'm looking for a place to put this extra flickering light, and I just don't see any at the moment. So, okay. We've got one more plot thread to pull on. So we will go ahead and do the torchbearer one as well. Whoops, wrong thing right there. Alright. Torchbearers go. But what has changed? I'm so confused now. Oh, there's an echo.
The Fed had witnessed something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site.
Okay. Reach the murder site in the collapsed tunnel, which is where?
I had a new beat for the story.
So back to the collapsed tunnel, right? Yeah. Okay.
Wake.
So I have to figure out how to get there from here. This open to me? No. Okay, so it seems like I'm gonna have to change it back to like the FBI story. And then from there, then getting back to the tunnel would be accessible to me, I guess. Is that fair to say? Oh, summoning ritual. Whoa. Holy moly. Is something about to actually be summoned?
Alan Wake. Stop using the words. Alan Wake. Wake. I arrived. Alan Wake.
Okay, so now I can get out of here this way.
Alan Wake.
You know, it said something. It said something to the effect of like, "Hey, if you don't have your flashlight on, then that's a good way of being stealthy." But I'm like, I would almost just oh. Whoa. Where'd that one come from? Come on. I mean, it takes so long to reload. Okay, come on. Did I get everybody? Let's hope so. Alright, we've got some respite for a moment. Let's just reload again. Okay, well, I thought I had a lot of ammo. Don't have as much anymore. Although I guess we're getting it at a pretty good rate. Not as bad as it could be. I think that might be one of the first combat confrontations that we've had where there hasn't been any damage taken, which is an improvement. Alright, so this one, which word of power was this? Words of action? Oh, nice. Increases damage dealt to enemies in close proximity. I feel like they're in close proximity all the time. By 10%. Decreases received from darkness projectiles. I think that's what they threw at me. Oh, so I did take a little bit of damage there, but whatever. And then harder for it to detect. I think I'm gonna do the close proximity. It feels like they're always right up in my grill. So I feel like I'm gonna most of the damage that I'm dealing is gonna be pretty practical. All right. Keep checking the lockers, just in case. That gets me to the upper platform. Now, this is a good opportunity to check my... Oh, there's an echo here at the end of the room. Okay, see, that's very helpful for me to use that symbology to my advantage. Let me just check these lockers real quick as well. Beautiful. Give me that sweet ammo. Alright, I probably need to be hitting this from the other side, right?
Turns out the cultists weren't the only ones using the tunnels. Hidden graffiti signs marked secret routes. I kept hearing whispers around burn barrels of an underground society of mystic outsiders with hidden knowledge. Typical New York.
Uh-oh. Is this a confrontation? Do I need to fight my way out of here? Oh! Yeah, apparently. Reload real quick. Alright. That guy is coming towards me with bad intentions. One of them is. I can't tell which one. I don't want to waste my ammo. Okay, I think we're good for a second. Let's reload again. Beautiful. Okay. What were you protecting in here? Gasoline. Huh. That's odd. I would have expected there to be something in here for me to pick up. Now, does the sleeping bag mean that what's-his-name has been in here? The, Sheriff Breaker? I don't know. But suffice to say, I think we're good in here. Unless there's another confrontation. Unless any of you guys have a problem with me. Uh-oh. They may have a problem with me. Oh! Okay. So it's about 5 hits. Okay, there's another guy. There. Uh-oh.
The shadows melted away. I was alone.
Well, that's good. For now. Can I get this word of power through the door? Well, let's do this first. Alright, very nice. Anything back here? Any spare bullets people aren't using around here? No such luck. Okay. See if I can get this word of power through here. Yeah, I sure can. Words of fix. I don't like that guy being there. Let me just hide in here real quick. Let's see. Max health again. Max health restored in safe havens. Restore 50% when a new word of power is discovered. I think I'm going to keep going max health overall, because that's just going to be universally useful, and the other ones are more situational, in my opinion. All right, hopefully we're within shouting distance of that that there collapsed tunnel that we're meant to be going towards. Oh, would you look at that? Very nice. Let me make sure we're in a good spot for a second, and then let me just check where we are. So it looks like there's a couple things for us to look at. If we just go straight towards where we're facing, there's a container or something here at the end. Where is it? Am I looking at the wrong thing? It says I'm right on top of it. Oh, here it is. Oh, man, look at all this stuff. Now, before it was talking about like a flare gun, but these are just flares. They're not flare... It's not like a flare gun, right? What exactly did I pick up? A flashbang. Oh. Huh. Emits intense burst of light, inflicting heavy damage and stunning everything nearby. Hand flare. More hand flares. Okay, other stuff is standard. Cool. Well, that's actually quite helpful. And then if we just go straight here at the end, then we can stand here and do our collapsed tunnel ritual, right? Do I have that correct? Or do I need to go actually into this room?
I had to be at the scene.
Okay,
to see and understand it.
Yep. Okay. Trying to remember how I got in there in the first place. Right, through the subway car. Okay, and there's the sketchy room. Here at the end. Oh boy, everybody ready for some summoning? Some sketchy summoning? Let's see if there's anything else of value here that I may have run past or missed. Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's play out this scene. So, nope, not there. Collapsed tunnel. And summoning ritual. Out of the depths, the dark presence comes. The way is now open. I assume that means a combat scenario, so buckle up, everybody. Oh, I'm supposed to be running away? Okay. Okay. We're running. Oh, I'm supposed to be smashing F. Whoops. Get me into my safe room. Prompto. Woof.
I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone.
Are you sure, Alan Wake? The thing I know about Dark, famously quiet, so I'm not that optimistic. Oh wow, it ripped up the entire subway car there.
The tunnel was open now. I could get through.
Okay. Alright, well, we're running, I assume. And it's probably going to seal the tunnel or block it behind me or whatever. I knew that the dark presence wasn't really gone. I was like, that would be too good to be true. Come on, Alan Wake. A little bit more urgency in your cardio right here would be awesome. Keep going.
The dark
What,
presence.
can the dark presence not fit into crawl
I'd seen
spaces?
it before. I remembered now.
I guess not.
It was always out there, hunting me.
Well, one of these days, the tables are going to be turned, and we're the ones that are going to be hunting the dark presence. I hope. I really do hope. Oh, neato. Now this feels like a Dark Souls boss room. I don't know about you guys, but are we running through the boundary to another?
I found the murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key.
Oh, a nightingale, right? Yeah, there he is. In all his glory.
Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home.
That's because of Saga, right? Yeah, there she is. I was gonna say.
An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me.
That's so cool, seeing this conversation from the other side.
I could sense it.
Putting it in context.
I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow?
Had she?
Something had changed.
I don't know.
Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I had lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
The dark presence lives in an apartment building? I mean, with rent prices being what they are, dark presence must be pretty rich. Anyway. Look for Alice. Oh, no. Don't you dare make a mockery of my dearly departed wife. Well, I know she's not dead, but she's not with us at the moment.
Who was writing who?
Hmm.
Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
Or Mr. Scratch, the writer of the first word, not the writer of the last, with the terror of the light and the shadows cast, the third eye now open to project the night. This is the moment to write. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. So it's basically saying, Alan Wake, we've cloned you. We've got a Mr. Scratch who's a dark presence, sympathizer, and he's got all your authoring skills. And we're going to send Mr. Scratch out into the real world, and he is going to write stuff out there to make the dark presence emerge into reality. Snapping back to reality, if you will. Whoops, there goes gravity, etc.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget, marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
I love the framing of this. Like, you can look back and just see, like the body and the altar through there. It's just, like, the way that the environment is constructed to allow you to, like, focus in on the things that the game wants you to focus on is, like, very artfully done. Really appreciate that. Alright, I feel like we're going down into the club now. The black light. Oh, no, just back to the subway. Okay. That's fine. Although, is it a different subway? There's the Mr. Door poster. All right, clearly that's where we're meant to go. Let's check the map real quick. See if it can get us... well, let's see. Is there anything here? Not according to my map. I don't know if that how much I should trust that.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
Huh. Well, that's the exit. So, oh, what are the... Oh, the arrows are probably pointing me towards, like, a word of power over here, right? Yeah. Okay, so now I understand. Whenever I see the arrows, for whatever reason, I thought it was like, oh, this is your hint about where to find the objective. But it seems it's more like, no, it's specifically how to find words of power. And I guess it makes sense. Like, if I have been here before, like in a previous loop or reality or something, that I would draw these arrows for myself. To show where I would need to go to get this type of stuff. There we go. Word of gun. I'm just going to hang on to that one as well because I want to hold out for the shoddy. Or the flare gun. Neither of which have made an appearance yet. Okay. Yeah, so we're good. We are too good. I don't know if I need to be taking this light on the way out or not. Alright, we're back up here now.
Tower, our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
Alright, doesn't look like there's anything for me to snag on the way. There might be something here over to the side. Well, whatever. Now, is this a picture of me? Or a statue of me? Yeah, it sure is. What does it say?
Time loses meaning here.
In memory of Alan
How long
Wake.
have I been trying to escape?
1977 to 2010. An author and a husband.
I think I'm dead.
Huh. 1977, the year that Star Wars A New Hope came out. Coincidence? Probably. Almost certainly a coincidence. Oh, there's a telephone ringing. Is there a payphone in here?
The writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Hope not. I mean, a version of her probably is. By the way, can I say I love the aesthetics for this apartment building already? It's very Egyptian. Like, very, like, tomb reminiscent, which I think is, you know, deliberate. It's kind of a, what is that? The Art Deco style, right, is what it's called, I want to say. It's a breath of fresh air coming from the sketchy subway, let me tell you. So, finally back to a place with a little bit of class. And I'm a guy who wears a blazer, so I know class. Haunting. Very spooky.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
You trying to steal my soul with this camera? Huh?
Get out! Leave me alone!
Uh-oh.
Alice! Alice!
Where is she at? Not in here. But, man, what a waste of perfectly good pie.
Alice.
Pick photos for exhibition posters. So, is that the picture of me
This is
that
a
they just
photo of
took?
Scratch.
Oh no, that's Scratch. Yeah.
How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
And that's a picture of Alice, I think, right there, right? So, yeah, I was under the impression, from my recollection, that Alice, like, our final act of sacrifice in Alan Wake... Ooh, I recognize that symbol. Our final act of sacrifice in Alan Wake 1 was to trap ourselves in the dark place to allow for Alice to escape, right? So presumably she's not in here unless she got dragged back in again somehow.
Alice's video camera.
Locate
No
the
memory
memory
card
card.
inside.
Video art doc on screens. Focal point of the dark place. So I'm wondering if Alice in the real world is using her obsession with losing us, her husband, to create like a art project, which is maybe inadvertently giving the dark place power through being manifested and thus like summoning it somehow. Also, that symbol on that door over there, it looked like from Control, the I forget what it was called, but like the Ocean View Hotel, I think it was called, where Jesse Faden would go through and commune with various supernatural entities, including the board, and I think that may have been our symbol, that door, right?
Part 1. What was Alice working on?
So while we have the memory card, let me just try the door. I'm curious.
This is the door to my study,
Okay.
where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
Yeah, okay. So, how do I... Okay, there we go. I'm just going to pop this in real quick. Sure, the footage is going to be totally normal, heartwarming, encouraging, not at all spooky, right? Oh, let's turn off the camera for this.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing.
She's got pictures and I've
We
got
were both
words.
dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him,
Yeah, that was the impetus for Alan Wake 1.
one I didn't like.
The hiring of the psychologist, the Dr. Hartman, right?
I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there.
And I did not take that well. I took that
We
personally.
argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me.
Did you see that flicker in the background? Is that happening here as well?
was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him.
It's like somehow the worst parts of myself emerged without me.
With motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art.
Oh, that's very clever.
My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice.
So,
Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
to try to get manifested into the real world, right? Interesting that it seems like that was a self-induced video journal, or like self-initiated, I should say. I was expecting like it was an interview from the FBC, but I don't think so. So here we go.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Huh. Is the implication that I took my own life, or that somebody killed me? Scratch. Oh, got it. Because they scratched out Alan Wake. But Scratch is also the name of the entity. Oh, chills, man. So, the implication being that the final part of the trilogy, Return, would be written by Mr. Scratch, and then that would mess everything up, right? So now we're returning back to Saga's story, I assume, right? That's what this transition is going to mean from now on. But then how did I get out of the water? Like, how did I emerge on the beach where Saga found me? Like, it doesn't explain that part to me. Like, I just did it, but like,
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Ellen. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
My question is even if he does send him back to the dark place, doesn't that just leave him there to bide his time for the next time to try to emerge? Like, it's not a long-term solution, right? I guess unless Alan Wake is
Mr.
no
Wake.
longer there to give it
Alan.
a means of escape, right?
We've seen our share
I
of
don't know.
batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane.
And
And there's so much
we're
of it.
back in the driver's seat. Oh, man. I think we will save... Well, let's go ahead and ask Alan this real quick, and then we'll probably call
Have
it.
you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness. Possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
How did they get it?
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
Yeah, that's my
They could be
question.
working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Okay. Well, that is a major milestone. The whole team is together now, so now things can really... Enough with the flashbacks. We can really get things set in motion. We'll go ahead and call it here. We'll return to Saga's story when we come back. Return, huh? Maybe I should be careful about saying that, given the, the title of that last book. But thanks so much for watching. Things are really moving along quickly from like a plot perspective here, this episode. And I have to say, I really enjoyed it. And it also, I think, is neat how the game has done such a good job explaining how everything is laid out. You know, very abstract concepts, but I think it's like incredibly clear, like the major players and like how the different pieces affect each other. More awesome things to come. I cannot wait. Thank you once again, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.